Welcome back, everyone. I'm Shinigami Tabris, and we're going to be playing a little bit of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Hope you're having a good Monday. For me, it's a Monday at least. If you're watching this on YouTube or something like that, who knows what it is, but I'm hoping you're having a good day. Yeah, it's been one of those days. I've enjoyed my day that I've had, goofing off a little bit, had a little bit of work. And then got that wonderful thing of like, you gotta go 4 hours for work later this week, and I'm like, dear fucking God, I hate you people, because my manager sent me work that's 4 hours away. So, and I don't get a hotel or anything like that. I'm gonna have to make a drive, and I'm not happy. But in other news, we're gonna start off the wonderful day of Vikings with a wonderful toast. To those that are no longer with us, and to those that we miss, for love is in the air and always amiss. Skull. But without further ado, let's hop into this wonderful game of Valhalla. I remember what I forgot to do with that. I cleaned that mug the other day. And the way that you clean a horn mug is, the way I clean my horn mug is, I use heavy alcohol. And you let it sit, and I forgot to rinse it a little bit after. Wait. Wow. River raids. I've already finished that. The Legend of Beowulf. But yeah, I forgot to fully rinse the like, I do multiple rinses with the alcohol, and then I let after I've rinsed it out and let it sit, rinsed it out and let it sit, I pour a little bit more of it in, and then let it sit, and then like dump it. And I'm supposed to rinse it again with water, and I forgot to. And I can taste the with the mead, I can taste the other alcohol, which is not a good. It just gives the mead like a little off taste. It's not horrible, but definitely not what I wanted. Yeah. Okay, so we have what are we doing here again? Oh, that's right. We're doing this now. Reach the Well of Erner, which I've been to already. So what I'm gonna start doing, see, I'm so close to finishing this. I'm going to hope that I'm gonna jump off and head this direction and go here first, and I'm hoping that this here will get me, will actually work this time around, because they weren't working a minute ago. And we'll start getting our mysteries done, because there are no artifacts, and I'm hoping that one of the mysteries, like this one, will give us a Ymir's Tear, because there are no other ways of getting those that I see, because I've completed all the other things. So my only thing that I can come up with is this will do it, or when I'm doing these missions, one of them will drop it. But we're gonna come here and hope for the best. Do we teleport or do we jump? I'm gonna teleport this time, because I think the teleportation takes me closer to where I want to go. I was so worried the first time I teleported that it was going to take me out of Asgard. But yeah. Oh, nope. Jumping would have been just as equal because I would have jumped into this pool right here. Son of a bitch.
Bevaren jagen.
Thoughts are clouded with shadows of doom. Even this peaceful valley seems to hold hidden dangers.
Hmm. Curious what this tells me. Oh, this will take me even further down. Yeah. Dang it. This should take me further down, if I remember correctly. You run across the river from where I want to go. Yeah! Yeah, it takes me here. Okay. So we're gonna go over to this one first, since it's like right there. Oh! Yeah. Come on.
Who will join us on this wild hunt? Which among you hunger for a challenge, eh? Who here has an appetite for adventure?
There we
Hail,
go.
Andrimnir. Off again to hunt the immortal boar?
Yes. Yet again, Seirimnir has risen from his bones and escaped my kitchen. It should prove to be a vigorous chase.
You never tire of tracking this beast.
No hunt is more thrilling, and his meat has no equal. Come.
Okay, at least this is gonna have multiple people hunting this boar at the same time. So it might not be like too ungodly hard. Because sometimes when they have us like do creatures like this, they are pains in the ass. Oh, there he is.
Run! Run, you sluggards! Have you no appetite? This meat is not to be... Skillfully done, Lord Keeper. I will save you the juiciest cut. Come, you brave butchers. Let us prepare a true hero's feast.
I wasn't about to like chase that fucker like halfway across the world. So that one's done. Okay, so they're now working. Okay, then we're gonna head to that one.
Who shut you up in here? You should be free.
Okay.
Nothing less than a god could confine this ancient creature against her will. Was it the trickster? Some other menace? Or do I imagine ill omens where none exist? I should be cautious around here.
That quest over with? No. Where's she going?
It was simple thirst that drove this primeval creature. Even the gods are subject to common needs. Slake your thirst, man-maker. May you bring forth new things to amaze us all.
Huh. Okay, now that I know that that these are all working, we're gonna like get the mysteries done.
Your curses cannot touch me. Your weapons will not harm me. I will be...
Warrior, put reins upon your battle lust and ride it. Do not be ridden by it.
I do not know your face. But... I know...
Yes, think. What are your last memories?
I remember the fire farm. Filling my throat. Wading through a sea of blood and meat. A spear piercing my heart.
And then the Valkyries plucked you from the Helvega, which leads lesser men to hell, and brought you here, to glorious Asgard.
Asgard. This place is truly like no other. And, this is not a dream?
Nope.
Am I supposed to fight you?
We will fight together, and become part of the greatest army ever assembled. But first, go eat and drink among the gods. Take your place in the Hall of the Slain. Your bravery has earned it.
Thor! Stormbringer! I offer you my blade! Odin, Raven Feeder! I give you my life!
Valhalla bound. I love it. Okay, so... See, I'm sort of skipping over stuff because I don't want these to. I would really love the way that I like doing things is get the side quest stuff over with, and then I can just go through storyline, and it's a full solid story. But this required me to do a little bit of story before getting these mysteries, which sort of upsets me a little bit. But I get it. Like, other things needed to happen to get these, for whatever reason. But I would have been much happier if I could have done all the story all at once. Hello?
Greybeard, I see you there!
Thor! Why do you call?
A challenge! Will you face me in fighting?
I will accept your challenge and teach you a lesson through humiliation. Now speak, that I might hear the strength of your convictions.
Come and flight me, All-Father! It's time to perform! I'm the ruler of thunder, you're caught in the storm! Cross the water and meet me, I'll show you my might!
Oh, beware what you ask for! I will finish the fight!
Not bad, old man! I have slain giants and monsters. I am endlessly brave. I am adored by the masses from warrior to slave. You are the worst of the Aesir, a coddled old clod.
I'm as wise as an owl! You're a fool of a god!
You were lucky. Shame serves as your shadow wherever you roam. Your failure's the point, and I'll hammer it home. You're a simpering greybeard who will soon meet his end.
Well, your victory's not what my visions portend.
Better than I thought.
Describe defeat for me, Thor! I do not know the taste!
This setback will only drive me to get better, to get stronger, and I will return and crush you with my wit!
Yay! Okay.
Dane, the lifeless one. Why has this noble stag wandered so far from the tree Yggdrasil? The sight of this majestic creature gives my own heart wings. I will follow in the same spirit. Here's Dunur, the unknowing. Have you eaten your fill of Yggdrasil's green leaves?
Care less about that. All that crap going on. Oh,
Durathor as well. Has some disaster befallen the Tree of Life? Or is this simply a gathering of the hallowed herd? Roused from his thriving slumber. Does this wild run come from a place of joy or fear?
forget. I don't remember how many gear he is that's in this pack.
And finally, Eikthenir, from whose horns flow the rivers Sid and Vit. So this was the purpose behind their prancing, an offering to their caretaker. Thank you, noble prince.
Damn.
I will put this gift to good use and remain your steadfast protector.
Oh, another one appeared. See, that's what I'm talking about. That wasn't there originally. I know for a fact that wasn't there originally. Okay. So I got one more wealth to get, which is one of these mysteries. I'm definitely gonna finish up the mysteries too. I got 3 mysteries left. Come on, let me climb. Let me climb. Okay. There we go. This is gonna take a little bit, but we'll get it done. Oh, I know what this is up here. This is going to be stacking the stones. Ooh. This can be interesting. Let's see if I can do this.
Our work is done, and daylight remains. We have earned a drink for our troubles, I think. What say you, brothers?
A drink, aye! To drown our creation in praise. A world fashioned anew from old flesh.
Do you recall the size of old Ymir when we began our work? A corpse as tall as the day is long, spanning the abyss Genunga gap.
Oh yes, oh yes. His pliant flesh, by which we made the fertile soils of the earth.
And from his blood came oceans and the seas. I remember well.
For hills and mountains we piled his bones.
From his beard came trees, from his hair the grass.
His domed skull we opened, for the blue heavens above, crowded by clouds of brain matter.
A new world made from an old life ended. Skål, brothers! I raise my horn to you both.
Brother Odin, you are silent. Is something wrong? Is our work not worthy of praise?
I don't like how that's tilted. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, I just need this one to hold for like a few seconds. Bam! Hello, Sophie! I've been good! Tell the dude to chill with his dialogue, you're stacking rocks. No, I've been real good. Just getting things done around the house and so forth. I've had a lot of things going on. Hockey's been keeping me busy, so... Okay, from here... Where do I need to go next? Okay, there should be, like, a jump. Nope. Oof. I was hoping that was like a pile of leaves or something that I was looking at, but no. It's one of the downfalls I have to the new Assassin's Creeds is they do not give really good prompts of where you can actually dive from. That's gonna be bad. We're down to 3 desk agents to cover all week's worth of hours. So I completely understand that. That concept of not having enough people. I'm now covering basically over half of the state. As in tomorrow I'm doing a 2.5 hour drive south. To get to my first thing of work, and then to...
Harvey! You coward! Come fight me! Face me! Harvey!
And then to make things even worse about it, You crash at Assassin's Creed. To make things even worse about the like not having enough people to cover for stuff, we're so short on officials. I've had multiple weekends where I do 13 to 14 games in a weekend, which has me so fucking overworked in hockey that like I'm getting tired of it, which is unheard of for all the years that I've been officiating. So I don't know if my company's hiring or not, because my territory's slowly expanding, which is bothersome. Because first off, it was somebody quit. And now I'm finding out I'm like the only person that's trained in a certain type of work that we do. We do multiple types of work for the company that I work for. The main thing that we do is insurance adjustings for homes and commercial businesses. Well, we also do bank loans. And being a certified appraiser for bank loans is a total different set of work, and I'm certified for that. And I'm the only one certified, from what I gather, in like a state and a half fucking frame for doing bank loans for the banks that we work for. So it's one of those that it's just like, that's why I'm doing the 2.5 hour drive tomorrow, is I'm doing one bank loan. I'm driving 2.5 hours for one loan. It's ridiculous. Okay. Ammo's full. I'm gonna probably have to fight this fucker.
What is it?
Harvey, you must let me through!
Why? What do you want with the Well of Helheimer?
To return to my wife. I don't know. Our village was destroyed. I died with my axe. She did not.
Good warrior. Helheimer is no place you want to be. I've given you the honor of joining my warriors. Do not be fickle.
If it were your love, you would move the 9 realms to reunite with her. You care not for us warriors. I challenge you to a duel. If I win, fulfill my wish. If you win, send me to hell because I'm an unfit warrior.
That is an unfair fight. I cannot win, and you cannot survive.
Who am I to trick a trickster? Come, Harvey. Are you a prick and a coward? Grant my wish, you soft cock!
Friend, even if rejoined, it will not be as you were. Helheimer makes shadows of us all. Your beloved would be ash in your arms.
I miss her, Harvey. I miss how she'd weave flowers in my hair. I miss her crooked front teeth.
Then take that memory with you. Hold it as an ember against your chest until Ragnarok. At the end of all things, you will see her.
Thank you. You have earned your title as wise. I will fight in your honor and keep your name clean in my mouth.
Laughing at me?
I'm laughing at me. Okay, I'm legit. That's gonna be. Wait, I'm missing 2 mysteries. Oh, this is 1, and this is 2, and I'm still missing fucking 1 fucking tier stone. God damn it. I'm hoping that's gonna give me a tier stone, and to get there is gonna be. You know what? We're gonna fast travel here, and then like. Travel over there, and then we'll fast travel back. Ah. Welcome to I absolutely love this view up here. With Yggdrasil behind us, the World Tree. This is one of those, I wasn't sure that I could die from it, and then I just tried and... I get an alert. I liked them when they first came out, and then, like, I did 1 and 2, and 2.5, and 2 3/4, like, however the fuck you want to word all of the, like, bonus games that they had before they came out with 3, and I burned myself out on playing them for I played them so much that when 3 came out, I just could not force myself to play it, even though the storyline sort of intrigued me. And this is the first one that, like, I went out of my way to purchase again. Because the storyline, again, intrigued me enough to make me go, okay, I'll, buy a new Assassin's Creed.
A good blood harvest, Javi.
I'm hoping that the silver and stuff that I obtained from all of these...
We are proud to serve you, Javi.
Your fame will live eternal!
will, transfer over to my, when I leave Asgard. I can only hope. Heimdall's Tower. I need to go down. Don't need to go up, I need to go down, but I can't see a way to go down. I'm hoping... Come on. I learned I can't follow the river because following the river like puts me on some weird fucking part that does not lead me like direct line should definitely be the path there, and it's like follow the river, whoosh off to the left. It's so much bullshit.
you so cold? Oh, Skadi! I curse the day you were seized with lust for my perfect legs.
Your drunken laments ripple through Asgard. What has brought you to this state?
I have a beautiful beach home in Noitun. The most perfect place in all Asgard.
Okay.
But is it enough to make Skadi happy? No. She wants us to freeze up in the fucking mountains.
She is Jotun. You should have known this before you married her.
She chose me. Can I help it that I have such beautiful feet?
You cannot keep this up. Your wailing will summon a sea storm.
I care not. I have mead enough to keep me warm till Skadi and her clan return to their frigid homeland.
Maybe they will, but not before plundering the vast riches from your beautiful home.
I had not thought of that. By Emir's balls! I must return to shore! Bring me a boat! I still have my pride. I refuse to swim like a fisherman. Bring me a boat!
Come on, jackass. Where's the boat?
Skadi! Skadi! Her heart is as cold as her mountain peaks.
Having a Jotun for a wife cannot be easy.
The only time she ever really smiled was when that goat nearly ripped Loki's balls off. I remember thinking, that one is cruel and magnificent. But the pleasure was not worth the pain. And now I have her whole cursed clan to deal with.
I know a rune that will dull the edges of their weapons.
Only if it will blunt her tongue.
I hope you find peace, noble Njorda. A bad match can be troublesome, but not worse than having nothing to love.
My home at Noatun will bring me pleasure enough. But what about you, wily one? What do you love?
Knowledge seeking, and the pursuit of it. Untangling mysteries, uncovering lore. That is what feeds me.
Then from what I know of the world and all the realms, you will never go hungry. Good luck to you.
Okay. Well, son of a bitch. It is one of those, I'm gonna get the last goddamn tier from finishing goddamn missions. I'm hoping. Because if not, that pisses me off that there's one wealth missing and one mystery left. And the mystery requires the fucking wealth.
Wolves. I should slay every last one. No prophecy shall bind me. Will of Urd. Not even I know all your secrets. The sunstone has been moved. The light's path is shifted.
See, the thing is I've already done all of this. Because I found it before I was supposed to.
These caves run deep. Nidhogg and his serpents have been busy.
Hey, cutscene.
Harvey, Loki said you'd be here. He told me of the Builder's request, an offer that gives me great worry.
Why was this passage blocked? Has someone been here recently?
Do you hear me, Harvey? This Builder is a stranger to us. We know not what he intends.
I am the King of Asgard, Tyr. Do not question my desire to protect her.
Calm, old friend. What's needling you?
The Nornir told me I would die at Ragnarok. They described the scene of my passing.
All but a few will perish in the final battle. We know this. Yet we will die well, and live again in great and glorious tales.
I will need your strength in the coming days, to anchor me, to challenge me, to pull me back from the abyss should I teeter.
And I will, as long as breath fills me. So I must caution you. Step with care in this place. What happens here may ripple through the fabric of the Nine Worlds.
The well is sealed. Someone labors to keep me out.
Perhaps it is meant as a warning.
I will take it as a challenge.
I recall there being more light in here.
These sunstones are meant to guide the light, but the path has been diverted. What if an invader was trying to weaken the well's defenses? Are we meant to intervene?
The integrity of this sacred place must be preserved. But whether we be a bane or a boon remains to be seen.
There are two targets the light must strike, but only one stream.
How do two farms share one source of water?
By splitting the stream.
And when I came here first time, this was all already done. So this is sort of interesting. Like, I didn't even think about looking at how the puzzle was already finished. Wait, how do I split the string? Okay, that's hitting one of them. So where's the fucking splitter at?
You've done this before, Howie.
Once or twice. The light has found its mark. The stone is lit.
I doubt the Nornir will appreciate our visit. The curious are not welcome here.
We will have come and gone before they feel our presence.
Wait a second. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Okay, that one's breaking it to that and to this. That one needs to go there. There we go.
The well is open to us.
I will lead.
Take what you need and do it quickly. We should not linger.
Tyr? Careless little pup. You shouldn't be here. Where are you? There's no wolf alive I can trust.
Javi, stop!
Out of my way, Tyr! I'll suffer no wolves in Asgard.
This is a sacred place. Killing here is forbidden. You know this, Javi. Has your mind fled you? You act as though possessed by the spirit of another.
I am many in the one, Tyr. The Yeller, the Spear Charger, the Masked One. I am Longbeard and Shaky Cloak. I am the Wanderer and the Striver. And now I am the foe of the Wolf. Nothing can change this now.
Whatever mind drives you, Javi, you mustn't kill here. Shed no innocent blood in this sacred place.
Oh, but there was blood.
Take this beast.
Son of a
I want it
bitch.
caged. I would have every wolf and dog in Asgard caged if I could.
To ease your troubled mind, I will do as you ask. We need you focused for the coming war.
Thank you, Couragebringer, for your steady hand.
Oh my god, the fucking...
When one descends this deep, there's no going back up.
Then the only way is further down.
I remember, I saw the exit once. There it is.
Loki.
You entered the well, did you not? And you found what you were looking for?
I have a skin of sacred water, yes. Is the builder preparing his demonstration?
How did the well look? Peaceful? Calm? Quiet?
What are you driving at, Loki?
Driving at? I'm only curious. The well is a wondrous place. I wish I could see it for myself.
There was a wolf cub with us, trespassing on sacred ground. But Tyr, took care of it.
Took care of it? Is he dead?
It should never have been born into this world.
Oh, what have you done? What have you done?
Tyr convinced me to spare it, against my better instincts.
Ah, yes. To be sure, intellect should overrule instinct. Tyr knows this well.
Now tell me plainly, where is the Builder?
In a meadow not far from here. Your raven may find the way.
Ooh. I forget, what was I going for? Maybe. I just finished the sprint match, that's what it was. I was wanting to get the, yeah, some of these over here, the counter roll and stuff like that. So let's see. That's gonna take a while to get there. We got one skill point left. I don't want the assassin carry. The slide wouldn't be too bad. We'll go with that. Interesting. Settlement extension. Open up new buildings with new activities and new characters. Building in this area does not contribute to your overall settlement level. So, like...
Builder!
Ah, your timing is perfect.
We found the perfect spot. Did you bring the water?
As promised.
Wonderful. As it blends with my paint, its magic will power the runes of protection that I hear inscribe.
No rune will protect you from my wrath if I catch you playing games.
A perfect mix.
Wait, what are you doing?
Harnessing Hooker magic to bind my spirit to these enchantments. It amplifies the strength.
Huga magic? You learned this from the Jotnar?
They practice a form of Hooker magic, but this is my own technique, and it's just about done. Could you lend a hand and bring me a few jars of paint? As many as you can. Be careful with that jar. It's fragile. Easy. Remember, just place it. Don't break it. Do take care. We can replace the paint, but the time to prepare it is lost. That's well enough. Exactly the right spot.
What now, Builder?
Perhaps you should move out of the way. Atop that rock, the view will be much better.
You wanted paint. I'm gonna give you all the fucking paint in the world. There you go. Oh, there's more paint. Hold on, hold on. Fucking horrible. What they anticipate you drinking like 7 of these for some shit? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay, 2 more. As I said, I'm gonna give him all the fucking paint in the world. There you go, buddy.
There. Will that do?
It will indeed. Hold, hold, and there it is. A thing of beauty.
The runes you painted conjured the shield.
They did. And if all goes well, it will protect your allies and roast your enemies.
Show me.
With pleasure. Draw some invaders out from the woods and into the shield. Alive, of course. They must be alive.
The barrier will not harm me as I cross?
You have my word, Javi.
Over here, you stinking shits! Skulking about like cowards. Am I so fearsome that you hide like mice in a farmer's field?
That's good. Draw them closer. Yes! Yes, it works!
Look at that. Like moths to a flame. Come, you fatherless curse. I'm one, and you're many. What have you got to lose? The fools. They run towards their doom. Your shield is failing, Builder! They're passing through!
Hold him up while I try to restore it!
That's it! Die!
Builder, your shield has failed!
No, not at all. I just need to make some adjustments.
Builder, your shield summons an army, but it's as weak as your word. This is not what you promised. I should have let Loki have his weight.
Time to fight dirty.
You need to fix this now!
I'm painting as fast as I can. I almost have it! That was not as smooth as I had hoped. But the means can be forgiven when the end bears fruit.
A sour fruit, not as sweet as you promised.
It helped. The shield worked wonders.
It worked well enough. Impressive, but unstable.
Don't fear, my friend. The problem is no more. I have mixed the proper solution. With enough materials and the right incentive, I pledged to build a tower so tall, it would shield all of Asgard.
Materials we can find, that is no issue. What incentive do you mean?
Oh, just a trifle. Nothing grand. I only want Freya as my wife and queen.
Why the Queen of Asgard? Is it your intent to rule at her side?
Nothing so bold. I would be happy to simply bask in her beauty. She can govern the realm however she sees fit.
Freya is not mine to barter like a bale of wheat. I will ask her what she desires.
Do what you must, but my price stands firm. No Freya, no shield. I have no other needs.
And you have no other friends. so tread lightly here.
Where the hell are they? Ugh.
You soil your britches.
Where did he find that beast?
Okay, why is it...
Witness the wolf from the well!
Oh, motherfucker!
Look at the size of this beautiful creature. Impressive, isn't it?
Clear eyes, strong haunches. It must come from powerful stock.
You fools. It could swallow the moon next month if it continues to grow like this.
I know your mind, Javi, but this wolf is not your enemy. The signs of Ragnarök, when it comes, will be clear for all to see.
Tyr, you roll bones in a game you do not understand.
That may be, but I'll assume the risk. If there's a price to be paid, I'll pay it.
It's the Jotnar that trouble us now. Have you spoken with the builder?
The builder, yes. Is Freya nearby?
She's teaching Thor about organizing armies. A battle they're both losing.
Come along then. You must all hear what I have to say.
You spoke with the builder. You saw his work.
I did.
And the sacred water, was it put to use?
It was.
Your tongue is shorter than your temper today, Javi.
Indeed.
These markings are your warriors. Now here we have the...
Enough of this sorcery, woman. Just point me towards the enemy and I will handle them.
Javi, you look troubled.
The builder gave me a demonstration of his magic. He conjured a shield that killed invaders on contact.
That would do well for us.
But your expression says otherwise.
I fear the price is too high.
What does he want?
You.
Me?
Does he take us for slavers? I will smash his skull till he shits out brains!
Now hold on, everyone. Let's weigh
Do not finish that thought. What was your reply?
I told him it was your choice alone.
You didn't refuse him outright?
I evaded his question to gain us time. Time to devise a better idea.
One that does not involve selling off your queen, I trust.
How about I beat on his liver till he builds us a wall for free?
Might we consider...
I will not barter with my body.
That would be a first.
Hold on. I've got it. The blunt end of my hammer on his family stones.
You are overthinking this, all of you. Give this builder an impossible task, a deadline of, say, 9 days. When he forfeits, as he no doubt will, Freya remains free, and we may finish his work as intended.
He would be mad or stupid to agree.
You underestimate men of intellect, Lord of Storms. The builder is a proud man. He won't back down from a challenge.
I do not like this.
Nor do I, but we must act. Loki, bring this offer to the builder.
Your will is my deed, Rune Writer.
You grapple with forces outside your control.
You were eager to see the deal done.
We're Aesir. She's Vani.
Watch out! Keep your distance!
The wolf!
Shit! Tyr, stand back! I'll get it! Go! Go! Wolf! Wolf! Out of the way! The wolf is mine! Stand clear! I will catch it.
The size of that beast! A worthy hunt.
The final blow
Sharpen
is
my axe
mine.
with your teeth, beast! Do not fight the beast! Leave it to me!
Are you the wolf foretold? Are you my doom? Are you destined to destroy me?
I am the Death Walker! I am the living ghost! I cannot die! We will see which is stronger, your fate or my will.
What the fuck? Hey, God.
spare your life. You do the same.
Bitch ass bull.
I've warned you well, and look where it has led!
Avi, stop! Stay your ex!
God damn it.
Out of my way, Loki!
You swore an oath to never spill my blood.
Step aside, and I won't have to.
This is my blood!
What?
He is my son!
Bastard! Tyr, you've cared for this wolf. You will be his jailer. Take it to Lingby. Bind it there. Make sure it never leaves the island.
Oh!
I can speak with the dwarf Ivaldi. May he find a more permanent solution.
Come, boy. You're safe with me.
Be kind, Justice Bringer.
Loki, there will be a reckoning.
Of this, I have no doubt.
Yay. I like the fact that we're getting the story of the gods in the middle of this game. Like it's an interesting telling of it. I am not controlling it. I am controlling the camera.
The skies darken like an ill omen. My impossible task grows more urgent.
Hey! Now! There it is. Bingo, baby. Okay. Last wealth is available. I was in here earlier. Again, I love the fact that, like, I could have waited for a lot of this, to get a lot of this stuff, but
Harvey,
that's the whole...
Tell this rump cloud he can't just wander about Asgard, poking his pecker into every cabin he pleases.
I was only curious, dwarf. I meant no offense. I'm merely a seeker of knowledge.
The dwarves give nothing away for free.
Apologies for the distraction, Master Blacksmith. I'll leave you to your work.
Well, what shall I craft for you today, High One? Bottomless breeches for soiling yourself on the battlefield?
What were you and the builder discussing?
Harvey, my gentle jailer. You know we dwarves give nothing away for free. If you want your question answered, I'll need something in return.
Such as?
A hidden fact known only to you, Farseer. That I may share in your secret knowledge of the world.
The humans will survive Ragnarok in force, taking shelter in Hutimir's forest, eating morning dew until their race is renewed.
The humans are a hearty people indeed. Much stronger than we give them credit for. So, you asked what that sack of sheep guts was after? He wanted to know how magic affected your Hugr.
Why would he want to know the effect of magic on my spirit?
Not just you, Harvey. The lot of you. Aesir and Vanir alike. I told him to shovel his shit somewhere else. Now, if that's all you came to know, you can piss off and let me work.
I have one more need. Can you forge me an unbreakable chain?
Chains are overrated. One weak link and it's worthless. Let me craft a cord that Thor himself could not break.
It must be strong enough to bind a powerful beast.
I will sluice my sweat into this cord, Harvey. All knowledge I have and skill I own will define it. And what will I get in return?
Ooh!
Make good on your claim, and your contract is fulfilled.
I smell bait. What's the trap?
No trap, no trickery. Forge me this cord, and you shall be free of my service.
To craft such a cord, I'll need a few impossible ingredients.
Name them.
The list there. I have a bear's tendon, a fish's breath, and...
A cat's footsteps, and the root of a mountain. How do I find these?
How the fuck would I know? The riddles will guide you.
I have no patience for riddles, dwarf.
Those riddles are as ancient as the world, with lore passed down from Niji and Nidi to Northri and Sudri, Austri and Vestri, Althjover.
I understand. I will return shortly.
Balin, Beivor, Bavor, Bombur, Nori, An and Annar, I, Mjolvitnir, Beigen, Gandalfur,
He's gonna fucking go on
Vindalfur,
forever.
Rein, Deck, and Thorin.
Collect the cat's football. Jesus Christ. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, they're in the quest inventory. Okay. Oh my god, I actually gonna have to read the goddamn... Oh my fucking god. Quest items. Over the gate to the Great Norse Hall, a great cat sits patient, gazing upon many tall towers. She'll flee when she is found, but follow without fear. Look, leap, and descend. Once she leads you to the end, she may ghost to the ground, land as well, and swiftly still her sand. Over the gate to the Great Norse Hall. Cradled in rock at Asgard's highest height, a seed sleeps in Ymir's cold brew. Warm it, awake, bring it to water, for old bone to sprout with new life. Okay, so that one I'm pretty sure is like here. And then the other one, I got no fucking idea where the fucking golden cat. Like, I think, am I where it's at? It's the gate. So where's the gate? Is this the gate?
Muni þetta vera reisa nýjan húna? Vinur minn elskast bráð líka.
Ein mánuður muni koma bráðlega. Smá mikið að gera.
Over the gate to the Great Norse Hall. This is the gate to the Great Norse Hall. So she's on top of it. Oh, there's the cat.
One of Freya's statues. Who put you up here, little cat? So that's how it is. Lead the way, nimble one.
I don't see it. Where the fuck's that goddamn cat? Oh, there it is. Piece of shit.
Nowhere to go but down. I have it. Who knew you could capture a sound?
I like the fact there's a cat that's like rolling around here.
Grimme gamlisar är alltid ett dåligt CP.
Yeah!
Okay, I've already gotten this one. Oh, this is where he's building the tower. With the runes. Okay, so is it above him? No, it's below me.
I must be careful now.
Oh, yeah. See, I just did a restricted area somehow. make sure I'm not missing anything that might be underwater. It doesn't look like it's going to be underwater. So there's got to be another way under here. That was probably a bad thing to do because this looks like it's a hiding spot later.
They will attack on sight here.
They will, but what the fuck are they? What am I missing? I'm missing something.
Go, Zulin.
Oh, is there a hole there? There is.
This place is heavily guarded.
Okay, so my question that I have right now for myself is there's two spots that can be considered the tallest points in Asgard. One's there.
This is the mountain I seek. There's no higher peak.
Okay. Dead man.
Of your guts out!
Come on. Okay, so what is my quest here? Cradle and Rock at Asgard's highest height. Okay. So it's not that one. It's legit. You know what? Fast travel there. Let's just cheat. We've already been there. Cheat. Okay, Cradled in Rock.
This looks like the right place. I swear, dwarves would choose riddling over rutting. There's the seed in the mountain's rocky grip. Some heat may free it from its shell.
What's the riddle say? A seed sleeps in Ymir's cold grip. Warm it awake, bring it to water for old bones to sprout with new life. Okay, I gotta take it to water. How do I take it to water?
Ah!
I can't interact with it. I mean, I've already been down there. Okay, I've already done that. Oh, god damn it. Yes, I know that you're my fucking quest. warm it awake, bring it to water. For old bone to sprout with new life. Okay, like... I'm fucking lost at... what the fuck it's asking me to do.
Aid me. Be my eyes.
This?
The seed will not sprout root until I get it into some water.
Okay, definitely set that on fire. Ah! Okay, god damn it. Why did my,
I must retrieve the root for Ivaldi before it takes hold. Let's see what you can make of these, Ivaldi.
I was like trying to come up with ways to like set it on fire, and I couldn't come up with any in my head like readily, and I was like, wait, is it because normally shooting that powder arrow, I wasted arrows, will do what I wanted it to do, but for whatever reason it was one of those that fucking required me to fucking use the torch or something else to set it on fire. I barely remembered the torch. Because it was another one of the... There's another quest earlier in the game that you had to use the torch to, like... Getting tired of coming to this fucking spot in the goddamn world. Not too high up. I'm too high up, aren't I? Come on. Don't care if I take the Wait. No, I'm not too high up. He's like, fuck no, I'm not going in that cave. Fuck the dwarves. They scary motherfuckers.
Aha! I know a cat's footfall when I hear one. Bring it here.
I found everything you asked for. How soon can you finish this unbreakable cord?
As soon as it wants to be made. You cannot rush this kind of magic. It flows with a speed all its own.
Find me as soon as it's ready.
By the way, after we spoke of the Hugr, a cousin came by with his own spirit tale. I don't trust coincidence, so this one's free.
What did he say?
He told me his sister's husband Borin drank a mead brewed in Jotunheim, and it sent his hugr into a goat.
The spirit of a dwarf in the body of a goat?
Stranger still, his sister didn't even notice.
Heavy!
Don't drag me into this.
The tower is nearly finished.
Do not fret. The final hours are ticking down.
Not fast enough. I feel the jaws of a trap closing upon me.
Knowing you are in a trap is the first step to avoiding it.
You don't care if I'm married off to this builder, do you?
You are the Queen of Asgard, the host of Folkvanga, the shepherd of the slain. Of course I care.
Yet you act as if I'm some treasure to be traded about.
I was wrong to use you like that. I will confront the builder and pry the truth out of him.
A limp apology, but it will suffice for now. Once the builder is dealt with, turn your spear on Loki. Every chance he had, he dug us deeper into this mess.
If Loki is up to something, I will see to it that he is punished. Blood Oath be damned.
Oh damn, that tower is almost finished. Wow, that's a lot that's happened. Interesting.
Like what you see? Quite the tower, hmm?
Not my best work, but it has a certain glow. Now then, where's my queen?
You're finished. The tower is functional.
One rune remains, which I shall inscribe after I am wed.
Who helped you complete the work, Builder? You could not have managed so quickly on your own.
Our agreement said nothing about outside help. Now, where is Frey? I tire of waiting.
Outside help. Interesting choice of words.
Hail, Harvey! Hail, Builder!
We bring you your bride!
Freya, my beloved. Why does she leer so wickedly?
She starved, Builder. Hungry for you. Eager to consume you like a moist and dainty morsel.
Splendid. She'll be pleased to know I have an appetite to match her own. Our union will be a feast of the senses.
Enough chatter. We have upheld our end of the bargain. Will you finish your work?
I'm sorry, but I've never seen such wild eyes. Why does she look so feral?
Asleep or awake, her eyes swim with naught but the image of you. She is blind to all else.
Blinded by love or disgust? I do not grasp your meaning.
Quit stalling and kiss her, Dungmeat! Consummate your betrothal!
Yes, a kiss. A brief taste to whet my appetite. Delicious. Your lips are two pillows on a bed of rain rose petals.
And yours are cold and rough as unpolished stone.
What trickery is this?
Is something wrong?
Her voice! It's hideous!
I have been told it has a seductive quality.
By a wolf.
Treachery! Bring me the real Freya or my offer is withdrawn!
I'll bring myself if you don't mind.
Freya, you don't need
You have
to...
next to nothing, Aesir. Only this useless monument to your ineptitude. You've been a good boy, Thor. Don't gamble your winnings. And you, Havi. You tried to avoid responsibility by not making a choice, but that was a choice in itself, and look where it has brought us.
We have taken you for granted, it is true. That ends now.
Has this sad spectacle been for my sake alone? I've seen better drama on the festering carcass of a dead pig!
Finish your work, or suffer.
No Freya, no shield.
To Helheim with him, Harvey. I know where he keeps his enchanted paint.
Show me. Thor, Tyr, watch our guest closely. Freya, I hope we will have words when this is done. Why do you still wear Freya's form?
A reminder of who's at stake.
Change back. This is disturbing. Where do we go now?
I don't know. I didn't say I was watching him every moment.
So you do not know where he kept his supplies?
They must be nearby. He never left this area. Mostly never.
Footprints.
Large footprints.
I feel stronger already. We have
Love how
found
that
the
wasn't
worm's
there
lair.
a minute ago.
Are those the builder's pets? He has censured us.
More deception. The builder will suffer for this.
Where there are guards, there are goods. There's a door further in. Help me smash it.
Hold, Loki. We need to talk. I should not...
What is it, Harvey?
Loki? Did you know this builder before we met him at Heimdall's tower?
Did I know him? As in friends? Or know of him?
Did you invite him here?
I did, yes. He rescued my son from Jotunheim, so I agreed to bring him here and help him find work. That's all.
Make this right, Loki.
or the blood oath that binds me is forfeit. For you and your son, is that clear?
As a cloudless sky, High One.
More deer.
Go ahead. I'll watch your back.
That's cold comfort. A quiet crossing might be best.
Devious blood. Loki, slay these shapeshifters.
Not much longer!
Roast dinner.
Is that all of them?
I hope so. Let's get the paint in.
I have the paint.
Then let us fade like shadows in the light.
There's definitely a way to do that without having to fight them, but yeah.
On your advice, find some way to hinder his efforts, or I will offer you as his prize.
I live to serve, Raven Feeder.
Our hobby returns. Stay right there, Builder. We're not finished with you.
You survived my trap. How disappointing.
Invaders from Jotunheim. We slaughtered them all.
Buri's ballsack. Can I kill him now?
We do not need this honor cheat. We will complete the tower ourselves.
My Hugr makes it work. I am bound to it through the magic of your realm.
You perverted our sacred waters. We have every reason to kill you.
Well reasoned. They should call you the god of hindsight, all-knowing after the fact.
I will finish the inscription. Builder, you stay with me. You others go.
Elhaz, for protection.
You godless worm, slayer of my kin, oath breaker, spirit taker, I didn't build this tower to keep your enemies out. I built it to keep you in. You thought you could slay my people without punishment or prize? You and your slab-handed son?
Their lives were the price of their arrogance.
His head is exposed. How do I reach it?
God damn it.
I could get a better shot at his head from above.
Ooh. From above. How do I get above? Whoop.
You shape the 9 worlds, but you do not control them.
Control them? I only wish to survive them.
Your bones will form the cornerstone of a new world ruled by yonder.
Your time has passed. There's no turning back in seasons.
If our doom is assured, I will ensure that you share it.
God damn. Oh, now the arrows. How did I not collect arrows? Fuck. Oh, that's bullshit. That was free. God damn it. God. Fucker. Yeah.
Is the Jotun dead?
And his magic dies with him. Does that worry you, trickster?
What are you implying?
Were you behind this? You dishonorable truth-tangler.
What do you know of honor, Freya? You've bedded more men than all the halls in Midgard.
You're a fine one to talk of sexual appetites. You fathered a wolf cub.
I'll not hear a lecture from the Lord of Petty Rules, who stiffens at the thought of laying down the law. And before you threaten to brandish your hammer, Thor, remember, without it, you'd be no better than a troll. Only twice as stupid.
Oh! You festering ballsack swollen with the foulest drippings of Ymir's corpse. No oath is worth this abuse.
But you won't break it, Harvey. You cannot. All your efforts to evade destiny will only fling you further along its course. If you're not careful, you may be the author of your own destruction.
Leave him. He will do little harm while his son remains captive.
A mouthful of iron would put a stop to his babbling.
What now, wise one? We have returned to the place from which we set out. Ragnarok is coming, and we are no safer.
There may be a solution in Jotunheim. Hugger magic, they call it. I will travel there to see it for myself. Until I have the final binding, Loki's son must not leave that island. In time, it shall serve as a sanctuary for all wolves.
I will watch over him, as one of my own kin.
Then I'll leave the realm in your capable hands, my queen. If my own are empty when I return, I will accept destiny with both.
Okay, there's something up with my controller, because my controller is just constantly vibrating like I'm still in combat. It's driving me up the wall. There we go, that fixed it. Oh, nope, no it did not. Congratulations, game, you glitched. So we're gonna finish up our last mystery. Oh! I love how whenever I go to any other screen, my controller stops the weird vibration. But as soon as I come back to here, it's like, nope, we're gonna get back into that, annoyance.
beast.
Am I going back to Midgard, or am I going to Jotunheim? Midgard. River raids are now available. Let's see here. A new activity has become available in the settlement that brings with it new buildings, new rewards, and distant rivers for you and a crew of Jorm's Vikings to raid and explore. There are also new skills to discover and acquire in the skill tree, so go check them out. So that's where some of the new skills are coming in. The other thing is like, I got a couple of little tidbits about it.
Welcome
but
back. Your face is bright, and your eyes seem clearer. Tell me of everything you have seen.
I have been to Asgard, the seat of the gods. I saw through Odin's eyes, just as you said. In every vision, I inhabited his form, lived as he once lived. In his body, I was myself. But I was carried by his whims. His thoughts were as known to me as my own. We were two, but we existed as one.
And what have you learned?
More than learned, I felt. I felt everything. His fears and doubts, his loves and passions.
Incredible. What else?
I consorted with Loki, the trickster. We quarreled often, as siblings. But soon our fights grew dark. When he revealed he had sired a wolf cub, my rage was unbound.
Because he had hid the truth from you?
Yes, because he knew that wolves were not allowed in Asgard. He flaunted my command.
Perhaps this was the purpose of your vision. To overcome an inner fear and find forgiveness in your heart.
Maybe. But before my vision ended, I was seized by great purpose. I devised a plan, a voyage to Jotunheim. And then, I awoke.
Interesting. Was there anything else?
I heard a prophecy. Warning of Ragnarok, the destruction of the world, the end of all time. And the Nornir, they warned me of the great wolf Fenrir, and how he hungered for my blood. But there was something else. Hope. I was undaunted by the coming cataclysm.
Perhaps this aspect of your vision inspires bravery. Truly, you are touched by the gods. Was there more?
There was nothing more. Nothing of great significance. The dream is faded.
Eivor, your visions are unlike any I have encountered. Leave me now. I must think on what you have shared.
I have 40, so I can maybe build something else. Like one of the first buildings. As much as I like the stable, I still don't want to build the stable because the stable is just going to give me like changing my horse around, and I use the wool, so there's no point in that. But if I can build this down here, this lets me change my ship. That. Oh, it's 45! Man!
I need your eyes, my friend.
Okay, so the stable is 30. Well, see, that's the thing, is if I do another raid, it's definitely going to give me the 45 that I need to build anything. So I guess my best bet at this point would be build a stable. Go ahead and spend my money and get the stable set up. And whenever I get my next set of supplies, that'll be what I purchase is the ship right.
Good day, Avon.
Can we do a bit of training?
Absolutely.
Train. So he has nothing
All
for
done?
me to...
I would like to see what you have in stock.
Gluttony? Pride. I like that one.
Nothing more today?
Nope.
I'm off. Be well, friend.
Make sure you talk to your raven regularly. They like that.
That's a damn fine stable we have now. Lord, look at it.
Tall and proud, honed by Rowan. If they're a better companion, a more loyal friend, more legs and all heart, that beats till the end. Whether plowing a field or crossing great lands, their veins flow so freely, their dignity stands. Rowan's first week observations. The Ragnar sons were one thing, but largely I thought them the exception and not the rule, as far as the Norse go. Yet these people, Sigurd and Ivar and Dag and Brandvi and the others, they strike me as trustworthy. Perhaps I am simply tired of traveling, or perhaps Janli's enthusiasm has won me over, but I think I may remain here. Oh, I need to go and a Yorm's Viking. Has been used. There's 3 mysteries left in here. One. Oh. Okay. So we're gonna go get the money for my Yorm's Viking.
I'm happy to see you.
Wait, who was she talking to? Yeah. We're gonna get my money. Then we're going to.
While you were away, your Jómsvíkingar helped to serve other Jarls. Here is the tribute they earned.
How much did I get? 50. I think that's 2 people used on maybe 1.
I would like to reorganize the crew.
Who else do we got? We got Homer, Berna, Yosa, Lorne, and Rev.
Good for now?
All right, bring out my lieutenant.
Oh, that's right. I have her set up as all the Christmas stuff.
I must be on my way now. Goodbye. Dandy, I'm happy to see you.
Oh, Dandy's the... Oh, it's the fox. I was like, who the hell is she talking to? And it's the fox, wherever the hell he is.
Good day, Eivor.
So I have a fox and a wolf that wander my town, and a cat. And the cat doesn't wander the town, the cat stays with my boat. You can see her there. Okay. With me making it back to Midgard, which was sort of what I was aiming to do, I think we have come to... Ooh. I can actually get... Okay. Suggested power, 159, Jesus. I don't even know what my power level is right now, but jeez. Oh, I like the way that Fenrir looks. Okay, so I'm at a point where I got a few things left that I can do in each little province and get stuff done. I also need to continue my storyline here. This can go fuck itself. That right there is a pain in the ass. The corpse feeders. See, I still can't believe that's considered part of Washingtonshire. That's probably going to be my next raid. Although... it might be... no, it's probably London. But I'll probably raid that anyways, on my way to London. Unless when I get down here it, like, shows me new stuff. And who knows, I might skip over something to one of the other areas based on storyline. I find it interesting that Winchester has a lower rating than Hamptonshire, because Winchester is where the king resided for the longest. Yeah, Jorvik is like a prime. This is where a lot of the Vikings started. When they started in Northumbria, Jorvik was one of their main towns. But they had East Anglia as well. I want to say Jorvik's like now known as York. Can't remember. that's definitely what we're gonna call it for today. We're gonna save. I have too many saves as is. It won't let me manually save anymore. I have to write over stuff. So yeah. Let's we'll go here. It'll also do a auto save when I click the title screen. Okay. But I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching tonight. You guys are always amazing, and I love you. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that like and subscribe button. Come on over to Twitch, hit that follow button. That way you can join us live whenever we're getting into all of our shenanigans. And if you feel like it, join the Discord so that whenever we're doing multiplayer games, you're more than welcome to join us in all of those. If you're new to the late night stream, we end all the late night streams with a page from Go the Fuck to Sleep. Tonight's page number 6. The owls fly forth from the treetops. Through the air they soar and they sweep. A hot crimson rage fills my heart, love, for real. Shut the fuck up and sleep. I'm Shinigami Tabris. I hope you have a wonderful day or wonderful night wherever you are. And until next time, everyone, peace.